Okay.
Text him to unplug his earplugs.
I don't know if he has his phone with him. Larry held up a sign.
To help him.
How about now, Bob? Anything?
It was bad though. It was really bad because I don't know what I just scribbled it. It was not anywhere near.
Can you hear us now, Bob?
Hey, Patty.
Not there. Can't hear.
Can everybody hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Councilmember Baggett, can you hear me? I'm going no.
All right, well, we will wait just a moment and then we will get started. Councilmember Baggett, are you able to hear us now? Going to go with that as a no as well. Council members, are the rest of you able to hear us? Yes? Okay. We'll give it one more.
You have not entered any numbers. Please re-enter your meeting ID followed by pound.
Councilmember Baggett, are you able to hear us? Okay, it looks like he's going to try and log back on perhaps. Well, we will go ahead, council, and get started, and Councilmember Baggett hopefully will be able to join us momentarily. I will call the meeting for January 4th, 2021 to order. The Auburn City Council meeting scheduled for today will be held virtually and telephonically. Per the Governor's Emergency Proclamation 20-28, the City of Auburn is prohibited from holding an in-person meeting at this time. City of Auburn Resolution Number 5533 designates City of Auburn meeting locations for all council board and commission meetings as virtual. All meetings will be held virtually and telephonically until King County enters into Phase 3 of Governor Inslee's Safe Start, Washington's phased reopening plan. And council, if you would please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Okay. There's Councilmember.
Councilmember Baggett, can you hang up on your phone?
There we go.
Yeah, I can hear you guys on the phone, but you can't hear me.
We can hear you now.
I can hear you now. Can you hear us? Okay, so I think if you,
I think I need somebody to send me another access code or something because I can't seem to get any audio.
Danica, do you want to call him? And council, we will continue on, and Danica with IT will call Councilmember Baggett and try and walk him through the process. So we will continue on.
Hello?
We need Councilmember Baggett to mute. There we go. All right. All right. Don, will you please call roll?
Deputy Mayor DeCoursey.
I'm here.
Councilmember Baggett. He is here.
He will be here, yes.
Councilmember Brown.
Here.
Councilmember J. Raj.
I'm here.
Councilmember Malinga.
Here.
Councilmember Stearns.
Here.
Councilmember Trout Manuel.
Here.
All right. We have no announcements, proclamations, or presentations this evening. We have no appointments. I don't believe we have any agenda modifications. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Updated minutes. Council, you received a copy of the updated minutes. All right. We have no new business this evening. We have no public hearing scheduled for this evening as well. We will move to audience participation, and council and anyone listening right now, virtual participation is the form for audience participation. Participants can submit written comments via mail, fax, or email. All written comments must be received prior to 5 p.m. on the day of the scheduled meeting and must be 350 words or less. Please mail comments to City of Auburn, attention Sean Campbell, City Clerk, 25 West Main Street, Auburn, Washington, 98001. Please fax comments to attention Sean Campbell, City Clerk, and the fax number is 253-804-3116, or email comments to publiccomment auburnwa.gov. Right. Sean, I believe we did have one or two public comments. If you would care to read those into the record, please.
Public comment for tonight was from Bob Zimmerman. Mr. Zimmerman expressed his concern with the Auburn City Code regarding propane tanks.
Thank you. Is the one from, no? Okay. All right. All right. Council ad hoc committee reports. Council ad hoc committee chairs may report on the status of their ad hoc council committee's progress on assigned tasks and may give their recommendations to the city council, if any. Councilmember Baggett is the ad hoc committee chair. Councilmember Stearns, are you ready and or available to do the finance ad hoc committee report?
Sure. I'm still on it, right? Okay. Yes, I will be glad to do that if you want right now.
Please.
Okay. The Finance Committee, consisting of myself and Chair Baggett, reviewed claims vouchers in the amount of $173,773, and one also including $1.67 million, and payroll vouchers in the amount of $3,079,000 for the periods up to January 4th, and we are okay with it.
Great. Thank you. All right, we will move on to the consent agenda. All matters listed on the consent agenda are considered by the City Council to be routine and will be enacted by one motion in the form listed. For the motion, Deputy Mayor DeCoursey.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to approve tonight's consent agenda.
Thank you. Do we have a second? Councilmember Brown.
Second that motion, Mayor.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor DeCoursey.
Thank you, Mayor. Tonight's consent agenda consists of the minutes of the December 14th, 2020 study session, the updated minutes of the December 21st, 2020 regular council meeting, claims vouchers and payroll vouchers as described by Councilmember Stearns, and lastly, setting a date for a public hearing for the TIP, which is our 2021 to 2026 Transportation Improvement Program modifications.
Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor of the consent agenda, please unmute and say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Passes. All right, moving on to ordinances. Ordinance number 6763, an ordinance amending sections of Auburn City Code titled 15 relating to building codes. Councilmember Brown.
Thank you, Mayor. I would like to move adoption of ordinance number 6763.
Thank you. Councilmember Trout Manuel.
I'll second that, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Brown.
Thank you, Mayor. 6763, the ordinance, is the result of the fact that the state promulgates building codes and updates them periodically. Local jurisdictions are then required by state law to adopt and then implement those revisions. Ordinance 6763 will ensure adoption of these updated codes.
Thank you. Questions or comments, council? Hearing none, all those in favor of ordinance number 6763, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Passes. Resolution number 5575, a resolution authorizing the mayor to accept a state grant from the Washington State Transportation Improvement Board, TIB, in the amount of $1,747,572 for the 4th Street Southeast Preservation Project. Do we have a motion? Councilmember Brown.
Thank you, Mayor. I would like to move adoption of resolution 5575.
Thank you. Councilmember J. Raj.
Thank you, Mayor. I will second that motion.
Thank you. Councilmember Brown.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Appreciate that. The resolution 5575 is the purpose of it is so that the city can accept the state grant funds from November 2020 for the Transportation Improvement Board to replace pavement and utilities on 4th Street Southeast from Auburn Way South to L Street Southeast. Resolution 5575 authorizes the mayor to enter into the, and administer the grant agreement to accept these funds.
Thank you. Questions or comments from council? All right. All those in favor of resolution 5575, please say aye.
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 All opposed, please say no. Passes, and I have no doubt that former Deputy Mayor Bill Pelosi would be very happy with the receiving of this grant funding. All right, we have concluded very quickly this evening the business portion of this meeting, and we will move to mayor and council reports. At this time, the mayor and city council will report on significant items associated with their appointed positions on federal, state, regional, and local organizations. We will begin with Deputy Mayor DeCoursey.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't have any specific report tonight, but I would just like to say that we finished 2020, and let's all keep 2021 in mind, that we can have a much better year as we progress forward and hopefully get out of this pandemic that we're in the next few months. And also just like to encourage everybody to continue to support our local businesses. Businesses are struggling. And I heard on the radio today of a business in another city where the owner is just hanging on by a thread. So we know the situation there. So please support all of our local businesses in and around Auburn. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor DeCoursey. Councilmember Trout Manuel.
I don't have a report, but I have to echo the same thing as what Deputy Mayor DeCoursey said, because I read where, well, I didn't read, I drove by a business that I was surprised that the doors were closed and everything's moved out of their business. And it just really surprised me. I thought that the business was doing well, but due to not having people be able to go inside, I could understand why they closed the doors. But let's continue supporting our small businesses, all the businesses, because everyone is really struggling until we get out of this COVID. Let's do what we're supposed to do. And also, I had a phone call from somebody that is friends with Pat Bailey. An elderly lady was looking for a bed for their family members that needs a hospital bed. And Mr. Baggett sold me a bed when he was moving into his new home. Is the electric one. And I used that for my mother. So it found a new home, Bob. And it's going to go to an older lady in Seattle. And I was really happy to be able to facilitate that for this lady. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Baggett.
Thank you, Your Honor. I apologize for my audio problems, but now that I'm back with the living, I have no report. But again, I've been participating with as many businesses as I can, and I'm gaining weight from a lot of the restaurants. So, I'm not getting too much exercise, but I will have probably several reports for the next council meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Brown.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't have a formal report, but I just want to wish everybody a happy new year and all the residents of Auburn. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Stearns.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yeah, happy New Year, everyone. I don't have anything specific to report other than I was fortunate enough to be included in a group of recipients for the first round of the Moderna vaccine from my healthcare provider, the Seattle Indian Health Board. And I'll just report it was painless. I had a sore shoulder on my left shoulder, so I got it for about a day and a half. But other than that, it was fine. The Moderna vaccine, I think, is 94% effective. It's a little higher if you're under 60. So it's pretty effective, and the doses are 28 days apart. The Pfizer vaccine is about the same effectiveness rate, and the doses are 21 days apart. Apparently, we're supposed to achieve around 85% vaccination or immunity in order for the pandemic to be contained. So it is really important for everyone to get vaccinated when you get a chance. And I'm so glad that I got to do that. And I look forward to the rest of you getting vaccinated soon. So take care.
Thank you. Councilmember Jayaraj.
Thank you, Your Honor. I don't have a report this evening, but I do want to voice my opinion, same as Deputy Mayor DeCourcy. And the last few days when I got a chance to go out, we went to the mall and did some walking around and buying some small things to support our local businesses. They need a lot of help from us. Plus, we also need to call our Congress people and let them know how important it is for them to get assistance. So we need to voice that. Plus, don't forget to mask up, social distance, and wash your hands. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Malinga.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have no report tonight, but I do want to wish everyone a happy new year. And I'm looking forward to a great year this year. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. And I just have a couple of items, and they were from last year, but the hearts of this city are incredibly large, and you've heard me say it before. We may not be the richest community by per capita income, but if you count wealth by the large hearts, the giving spirit, and the community mindedness of our residents, then we are richer than most. And that always comes to light, especially during the holiday season. This year on December 20th, I had the privilege of once again working with Valley Professional Firefighters Local 1352, Valley Regional Fire Authority, and the Auburn Food Bank as they gave toys away for Christmas. And this year, we struggle some years with having enough bikes. This year, there were 250 bikes that were donated. And I want to thank members of this community, the businesses, the individuals who donated money to Valley Professional Firefighters to purchase items, and then those donating items as well. You made the lives of children in this community much brighter when there could have been little to nothing under the Christmas tree Christmas morning. And so huge thank you for everyone who contributed there. And then on December 22nd, Tuesday, I worked with the Auburn Food Bank for the annual Christmas food box giveaway. There were roughly, I believe, 600 to 700 families that were helped during that day. And there are numerous food drives and food giveaways going on around this community and continue on. And again, that is just the true definition of a rich community, is that everyone bands together in times of need. And we are hopeful that 2021 will find us coming out of this pandemic, looking back with everyone vaccinated, and the opportunity to regain some sense of normalcy of what we were like a year ago at this time, and that the economic health and vitality of our community and everyone here rebounds and that new business opportunities occur because of what COVID has brought to us. And so with that, this is one of the quickest meetings we've had in quite a while. Council, we are adjourned. Thank you.